on Kids Place Live. Tori, have you ever gone magnet fishing?
What is magnet fishing?
When you tie a magnet at the end of a fishing pole and then you go fishing for metal?
Oh, no. Is that a thing that people do?
Well, I remember, like in preschool doing this kind of thing where you would tie a magnet at the end of a string and then you would go to pick up things like paper clips and stuff. Well, apparently it's a thing where you take really strong magnets and you put them at the end of a fishing pole and you go fishing for metal objects like at the bottom of a lake. Well, most of the time you're not going to find any huge treasures, but there is a case over this last week in Johns Island, South Carolina, where a 6-year-old named Knox Brewer was magnet fishing on the bottom of Whitney Lake, all right, in Johns Island, South Carolina. And he was just trying to pass some time when he found something at the bottom of his fishing pole. And he's like, I think I caught a big one. And he starts pulling and pulling and pulling and trying to reel this thing in, and it just wouldn't budge. So then he got one of his grown-ups to help him pull it all the way up. He pulled this thing that he had magnet fished in the bottom of the lake out. And guess what it was, Tori?
A giant chunk of submarine metal from World War II.
Even better, it was a waterlogged, locked safe. You know, the kind of safe where you hide your valuables. So, he and his grown-ups were able to pry open this safe, must not have been a very good safe, and inside the safe, they found sunken treasure.
No.
Amidst all the weeds and the debris and the water that got in there, they found jewelry. They found credit cards. They even found a waterlogged checkbook. And so then, they didn't know what to do with this stuff, and in the spirit of things, they went to the police, and they said, we accidentally went magnet fishing at the bottom of Whitney Lake, and we pulled up a lock safe. So the police went back through their records to see if anybody had lost a locked safe. Well, turns out, 8 years ago, a woman had her house broken into, her safe was stolen. They contacted her. She lived right across the street from the lake, and lo and behold, it was her safe.
No way.
Most of the valuable items in the safe had already been taken out. So it looked like the hamburglers, had stolen some of the good stuff, locked it back up, and just threw it in the bottom of this lake. Well, she was able to find a very special charm bracelet to her that meant a lot.
Aww.
And, her checkbook is probably not going to be usable anymore.
Yeah.
But still, for her, she felt like, wow, this finally solved this 8-year-old mystery that she had been living with. It gave her some closure. All because a 6-year-old decided to find something to do with his quarantine time. Magnet fishing.
I wonder how big the magnet on the end of your fishing pole has to be to attach itself to something that heavy.
It had to be pretty big, but now I'm thinking, I want to know more about this magnet fishing. This must be a thing. Maybe this is like the new geocaching. So if anybody listening right now has experience with magnet fishing in a big way, let us know how you do it. Or maybe show us a picture of your magnet fishing pole. Grown-ups, you can post those pictures on our Absolutely Mindy post-show parent club group on Facebook. And if you're a kid and you want to tell us about it, you can actually call and leave a message right now. 1-866-328-2345.